Hello, teachers. Good morning. So we will start the meeting in another 5 minutes.
A very good morning to one and all present over here, teachers. A warm welcome to another Super Sunday workshop. And this time it's going to be on artificial intelligence and something that's really revolutionizing the way we look at computers, and that's ChatGPT. So we are going to have a great interaction today. And all the people out there who think that you're not that great with technology, today you are going to be really happy. We are not going to talk about just how to use the technology. It is also going to be dealt that the way technology is going to look at us. How are we going to compete with computer science? How are we going to compete with the new way of communicating to machines and robots? We're going to break lots of myths over here, try to get clarity on what exactly is happening around, and the most important aspect, how can we use this nice little thing for our benefit? Can we really do that? Yes, we can definitely do that, and we're going to talk about this to a large extent. So now let's quickly get on to the subject, and before going ahead, I would like to warmly welcome everyone once again. Some of you were not able to join initially, I think, but I hope everybody's able to participate right now. And if your friends, or if you would like to watch the same video once again a little later, all the Super Sunday workshops are present in Super Teacher official YouTube channel in the form of a playlist. You can just go there and get the complete insights of what happened in the past, what is happening right now. So even this session will be recorded over there. However, life has got its own charm where we can interact with each other. So I would like to welcome the people who are there on Zoom and also the people who are there on YouTube Live. Thank you very much for joining consistently on a regular basis. Savita ma'am, Diksha ma'am, Pragya ma'am, Dr. Sarvesh, Hemant Kumar, Shubhra ma'am. अच्छा लगा आपको देख के विनोद कुमार सर, भाग्यश्री मैम, रितिका मैम, thank you so much. It's great interacting with one and all. Let's quickly start with the session today. So what we are going to really do today is about artificial intelligence, and let me quickly share my screen. And share करने के बाद हम एक ऐसी चीज सीखेंगे. So all the people out there, do not have any impressions of you being a computer science teacher, you being a social studies or science. Just look at this like a Sunday pastime over a coffee and have a complete blank mind. Today, whatever we are going to get into is going to be quite easy to understand, Rashmirati ma'am. And the best part is, right after the session, you can start adopting for your regular subjects in your regular school time. Now, the most important task for all the teachers out there is lesson planning, right? School academic year begin होने से पहले. You don't have to make much of an efforts. It's already there. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So the moment I get on to sharing the screen, I think everybody's able to see artificial intelligence and chat GPT. Now, what is chat GPT? We'll keep that little aside. But more importantly, we want to get into the details of what is exactly artificial intelligence. So when we talk about artificial intelligence, this is how the story goes back. So when you look into the screen right now, the first thing that happened somewhere in 1940s and 50s was development of transistors industry. Everybody started developing, small devices, electronic devices that was able to utilize lots and lots of energy and store it in a very very small area. And this came because of the invention of semiconductors, because of which multiple processors started becoming very prevalent in the market. Choti choti baaton ke liye, for example, you need a remote to control a TV. At that time it was not the TV, some other controller sort of a thing. Semiconductors were used, or processors were used. Multiple processors, multiple microcontrollers led to the development of what we have today as computers. Computers got evolved to a large extent because of internet, which got www. When you connect multiple computers to each other, I connect your computer to mine. Right now we both have connected to each other, and that is the reason we are able to talk to each other. And this connection was established by, for me, Airtel is supporting, for somebody Geo might be supporting. So these people are working on connecting both of us, and that is why we pay them on a monthly basis. They are called as internet service providers. And right after internet and internet service providers, multiple programming languages started coming into picture. And when multiple programming languages started coming into picture, there was an ajib, a different kind of a collaboration that started happening in the country, in the world, and that was artificial intelligence, the birth of a new baby. When you were born, you had a certain level of intelligence. When your grandparents were born, they had a certain level of intelligence. And now when the children are born, they have a certain level of intelligence. We always have this mentality to tell na, आजकल के बच्चे कितने स्मार्ट होते हैं, आजकल के बच्चे क्या क्या नहीं कर लेते हैं, उनको सब पता रहता है. Artificial intelligence is no less than today's bacha. I hope everybody's getting the clarity. So it's all about the updated versions of human beings, but the beauty is we created that. So what exactly is artificial intelligence? Let's quickly get onto the subject. And for all the people out there, it's going to be a simple thing. I think most of you already know this. We have been talking about the same thing. Can you please put on the chat the most important organ of our body responsible for thought process? Come on, think about it. The most important organ of our body responsible for thought process. Everybody on YouTube. Oh, that's great. Everybody, okay. Brain. Well, brain is not the right answer. The most important organ of our body. Yeah. Brain is not. Mahalakshmi ma'am, you're right. Prapurna ma'am, you're right. Brain is not the right answer. Nervous system is quite close, but not right. Well, the most important organ of a body, some of you who have attended the training programs, you're very right. It's actually the sense organs, the eyes, nose, no, ears, nose, ears, skin, and tongue. So these are the most important organ of our bodies, which are responsible for thought process. How come sense organs? Because the brain cannot function if it does not have an input. And the more input you give to the brain, the better is the brain's response. So today we have a lot of exposure that's happening around. This exposure is literally input to us. We receive information from the surroundings. Just imagine Gauri Shri ma'am is walking on the road, and we blindfold her. Will she be able to successfully walk the road without an accident? The chances are very less. However, she has got sharp ears and she's able to hear the bus or the train or the car coming, and she's able to jump across the road. If the ears or the eyes were not present over there, the brain cannot give information back to our body or give instructions back to our body, which are generally to the motors. Our hands are moving, our neck is moving, our hips are moving, our legs are moving. So these are the different organs which have got the motors present, and these motors are enabled by the brain because of the information that they receive from sense organs. How is it related to artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence exactly works on the same way. Just imagine you're all conducting a class to the children, and students are, okay, 1 second, I'm so sorry. And students are not able to, understand a particular point. What you actually do is you regularly, you keep announcing the informations. I mean, you come up with multiple examples, and based on your multiple examples, children try to understand what exactly is, the concept is. For example, Sanjeev is talking about photosynthesis. To Sandhya. Sanjeev is talking to Sandhya about photosynthesis. Sandhya is not able to understand in the first go. Sanjeev is trying again. He's saying that when a plant is developing in itself, it needs sunlight to make its own food. And this process is called as photosynthesis. Photo is light, but Sandhya is not able to understand. Sandhya is asking Sanjeev again. Sanjeev is coming up with another idea. Let us do one thing. Let us keep the plant inside a room where there is no sunlight. And after a few days, Sandhya is able to see that the plant is dead. Why? Because there was no sunlight. And now Sandhya is able to little bit understand what Sanjeev is saying. Just like the way Sanjeev is repeating information to Sandhya over here, when you keep repeating information to the computers, the computer, which is actually Sandhya over here, will be able to understand us. More the example, better is the understanding. More the number of instructions, better is the understanding. And exactly happens the same thing with the computers. More the number of examples, better is the understanding of the computers. And you can and there's going to be a point in time in life, Sandhya will be able to forget, but computers will not forget. That is the only thread that we have. Otherwise everything is same. So this is called as artificial intelligence. I hope everybody's able to understand. Now, this multiple examples that we are talking about, we talk about examples, and in case of computers and the computer world, we call this as something called as data. Data is all about information. Data and multiple examples that we give to children are examples. I hope you understand. So data science, data scientists, you all have this big terminologies. It is actually not big. The people who are working on a certain kind of data. Now what do you mean by data? Let us assume now, I would like to cite one very good information. I think most of you know about this shopping complex called as DMart. I hope everybody knows about it. Okay, DMart is present in most cities actually out there, and they became very crowded after a point of time when they announced multiple discounts. ये इतना ज़्यादा crowd होने लगा Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday, and it became very difficult for people. So say for example, Ranjan thinks, अच्छा Saturday Sunday को बहुत भीड़ होगा, मैं Monday को जाता हूँ. But when he goes to Monday, तभी भी बहुत भीड़ था. And when Aruna tries to go on Thursday, again it is completely of a rush. So people started avoiding to go to DMart. That's when DMart came up with a fantastic plan. What they did is they started counting the number of people coming to the shop continuously for 3 to 4 months. And when they did that, they were able to plot a graph. And when they were able to plot a graph, in that particular graph, it was very clearly evident that the second week of every month, especially on the days of Wednesday and Thursday, the crowd was the least. And this particular data of the graphical representation was pasted out of DMart. I'm not sure if you have noticed it or not. And when everybody was able to see the graph, people realized that, okay, probably second week of every month is the right time for me to go to DMart so that the crowd is comparatively less. And you know what? This information led to the business back again coming over, and people started, understanding how, the crowd is less on so and so days because of that graphical representation out there. Lalit, you're absolutely right. It could be called as labeled data. So this data led people to come back to DMart on specific days. Then again, the data is plotted for next 3 months, and it was a regular process. Why are we talking about this? Because data gives a lot of ideas, and the ability of a person to extract that idea and represent in the form of a graphical representation or for a particular purpose leads you to become data scientists. Now, this data is not just for us to look at it. It is also for new programs to get developed. So that is what we are going to discuss all about in this particular session. So let me quickly get on to the details. I would like to share my screen once more. And artificial intelligence. In fact, artificial intelligence is heavily used in education to a large extent in many countries. I would like to show you one video also. But before that, this is that platform. Even right after the Super Sunday workshop, if you would like to get some detailed clarity on what exactly AI is about, but in a short span of time, probably 3 hours or 4 hours, this is the right platform for you to come. So Government of India, Ministry of Education announced a very good program called as AI for All. Under this, they have got a 4 hours program, ideally 4 hours, but it can be completed within 2 hours as well, designed for the public of India. That means if there is a person who is a vendor of a particular shop and he wants to understand how AI can enhance his life, he can come to AI for All, enter his phone number, and he can go through the videos that are present over here. So yahan par AI aware and AI appreciate, these are the two categories. AI aware is about just information. AI appreciate is all about utilization of that artificial intelligence program. So even after this session, if anybody out there would like to get some clarity on what AI is all about, I would request you to please come to this website, AI for All. I'll just click on this. It will take you to the new page. This is how it will look like, and enter the phone number, the verification code, and you'll get to see that. So section 1 is AI aware, then section 2 is AI appreciate, and then you get the badge for the same. So Intel is the company which is working with Government of India in order to create this course. Intel is a huge company. Intel company is responsible for the processor that's present in your laptop, majorly i5, i3, and all these things. Yeah, so this is with respect to AI. Let's get back over here. Let's get back over here. I would like to go to the next slide. Great. So now we are going to play a small video. This is about artificial intelligence case study in one of the schools. And this case study will give you a very good perspective of how AI can be harmful, dangerous, or how AI can be super beneficial. So this is definitely going to spark a lot of debates among all of us. But keeping the debates aside, let's open up a discussion through this video. I would like to request everyone to please watch this carefully, and then we will get into the details of AI through multiple examples. Here we go. So that's with respect to artificial intelligence usage in one of the schools in China, and I'm very sure like most of you out there, after looking at your responses. I mean, looking at the video, you'll definitely have some different opinion about this should happen, this should not happen, and a lot of other things. But irrespective of our opinions, the world, the speed at which it is moving, the policymakers, the government, they're all going to go for it. They're all going to definitely go forward, and there is going to be a time where we will be more like forced to adapt to this new circumstance. And this new circumstance is definitely going to be beneficial, and it's also going to have a lot of problems. No doubt and change in that. Let me quickly stop share the screen and ask you a few questions. So here in this case, we understood that China was coming up with a hairband which is just put on your head. Just imagine, it is to check if the children are concentrating or not. Very good. Can I have this in the staff meetings? How about a principal talking about it, and lesson planning? Social studies teacher is there, max teacher is there, some group of teachers are there. One of the most boring job is to actually write lesson plan that you're going to conduct in the month of December. And if the principal easily comes to know, just with the red light that's coming on your top of your head, that you're actually not focusing, don't you think it's one type of restricting yourself, or one type of, I should say, we are being jailed? But at the same time, just because you have the band over there on the head, it is like it is like making you forced within yourself ki mujhe concentrate karna padega. Now, even if this is working or not, it is just like that story of the invisible rope of an elephant, or the invisible rope. Basically, elephant knows that it can actually come out of that string or the rope that it has, but it will not do so. It will not do so. It feels that it is bound. Well, I'll be sharing all these things. It's not scary, don't worry, but it is going to lead us towards another way of thinking things. Unfortunately, we are there somewhere in between. We don't have sufficient time to learn new things. At the same time, we are in a situation to adopt these things. So yeah, we can't say anything about it. See, I told you, like, there will be a lot of opinions coming on the chat, and that's a good thing. Maybe Rumpi ma'am, you're right. Good device, but I think it's health hazard. Okay, why not? Yeah, freedom is lost, no privacy, only pressure. Yeah, absolutely. But you know what, all these devices, if they're working properly, and all the artificial intelligence, if they're really so good, the reason is not the person who created it. The reason is us. We have been giving information, we have been giving data to a large number of companies since a long time. Just imagine, right after you plan a travel to Switzerland, plan a travel to Bali, or Kulu Manali, or Kerala, you immediately post it on Facebook. You talk about where you're present in the airport right now. You do the check-in of hotels, just not in the hotel, literally, also on your mobile phones. All these information adds up, a kind of an useful information to multiple companies. Travel companies come and understand who you are. Flight companies will understand which flight you regularly take. Most importantly, the Google, which is tracking your Google Maps, will be able to understand where you're traveling on a regular basis, and they will start suggesting places based on that. And I think that's an advantage for me. I mean, I can find better places to go next time. Like Google suggests, last time you went to Bali, why don't you go to Thailand this time? Why don't you go to Malaysia this time? Such kind of suggestions are also there. And these suggestions are not just because it happened, it because you gave the information quite a long time back. Now they are starting to respond, and it is going to become better and better day by day. How you use it is going to be of a different perspective. Let's quickly go to what exactly this artificial intelligence is. And the surprising factor is everybody over here will be able to understand. So artificial intelligence is going to be categorized under three areas. Under three areas, let me quickly share my screen. And these areas are quite common, you know about it. I'll go to the next slide. The first one is computer vision. Now, computer vision is the ability of a computer to see the things that are around us through cameras. I think you all know, we all are able to remember things only through two processes. Today, if I say that I'm able to remember, Kaveri ma'am, I'm able to remember Vandana or Somoshri ma'am, or who's this, Pooja ma'am, but I won't be able to remember Deepthi or Meenal or Smita over here. So why do I say this? Because all the people who have turned on your cameras, I'm seeing your face. Our brain remembers things with images. So if I'm able to have that kind of an image labeled with a name, my remembrance is going to be for a longer period of time. This is exactly what happens with computers. Computers are able to remember and understand things better when they are there in the form of images. And the ability of a computer to look at images just like the way we do is called as computer vision. Such a simple term. You see, it's called as your vision. Computer sees, it's called as computer vision. And the second way of remembering things is remembering the names. I know Deepthi, I know Anila, I know Bindu. Now this particular names that are written in a particular language. It is in English. अगर किसी ने हिंदी में कुछ लिखा होता, for example Shubhra ma'am always writes in Hindi, तो मुझे हिंदी में पता चलता है और हिंदी language मुझे as a bhasha I know about it. So the ability of a human being to remember and understand things based on language is language. I remember, that's it. But with respect to a computer, if it's able to remember with the language, with the same language, that is called as natural language processing, NLP. So we have computer vision and we have natural language processing, NLP. These are the two areas under which artificial intelligence is majorly categorized. The third component, which is the major component for both of these, is called as data. Both of these look out for multiple information. I think most of you would have already started using this something called as the voice typing on Google document. I think you would have used that. So whenever you speak, automatically computer starts typing on the system. How does it happen? It happens because natural language processing is happening behind the computer, and this is again artificial intelligence. Let us take some quick examples of both of these. Some of you, in fact most of you, would already know if you attended our previous sessions about what is computer vision and what is natural language processing. And for the first thing, computer vision, I would like to take the example, the famous example of Google Teachable Machine. And for the people who are looking at this for the first time, Google Teachable Machine is an ability of a particular software to differentiate between multiple pictures. How does it do that? Let's quickly go. I go to get started, and I'm going to take an example of say image project, and right after that I click on standard image. And yahan par there is something called as class 1 and class 2. Right after the session, I would humbly request the people who are seeing it for the first time to please go and check this out. Now here in this case, I want to differentiate between me and my elephant. Yeah. Okay. So here in this case, so this is you. The computer is going to tell me in the future. This is you, Vasu, and Vasu. This is no, not Vasu. This is your pet elephant. I don't know if this can be called as pet, but let me turn off the camera on Zoom, turn on the camera on Google Teachable Machine, and boom, I'm inside the software. So right now, if it has to identify if it's me, I need to give the examples. See, I'm giving the examples. 22 image samples are given, and this is called as data for this particular model. And I go over here, I click on this, and I come up with this guy. Okay, okay, 1, 2, 3. You. Okay, 29 image samples, that's huge. Okay, now I click on train data, the train model. The moment I click on train model, you can see that the computer is saying it is actually training. Now, the ability of a computer to get trained on the samples that are given is called as, just like the way Sandhya was learning with multiple examples given by Sanjeev, which is actually called as human learning. When you have multiple information or data or examples given to the computer, and if the computer is able to learn it, it is called as machine learning. And right now, machine learning just now happened. And you can see on the right side, there is this output. This is you, Vasu, and this is your pet elephant. Okay, the graph is completely on the top, 100%. That's me. Now, when I come over here, and it says that this is your pet elephant. That's me, and that's my pet elephant. And how about we both of them come here? The computer is trying to get confused little by little, and you can see that. Okay, who's majorly present? Elephant is majorly present. I am majorly present, something like that. So this is with respect to the computer vision, the ability of a computer to work upon the images. I hope everybody got the clarity. There are thousands of examples of computer vision. Another fantastic example is the deep AI, which actually converts your statements in the form of images. Suppose if you want an image of, see, a dog barking besides a river, it will literally create an image for you. Yeah, some of the schools out there in this particular group also learned about all these things way back, I think before 2 years itself. And these have become very, very futuristic right now, and my content is completely upgraded based on the new upgradations of AI. Why I'm mentioning that? As an organization, if I am upgrading it to this extent, it becomes very important for the schools also to start adopting these things and utilize in the classroom. How is it relevant in my class? Please join the CPD program. I'm not able to fix that in Super Sunday workshop, but during our training programs, I'll be able to explain everything in much more detail. Basically, one of the examples could be you have different types of materials. These are plastics, these are wooden materials, these are rubber or things like that, polymers. You can actually have a categorization. You can feed some examples, and whenever the child is coming and showing some kind of a material in front of the camera, it'll be able to say it is, if it is, you know, a plastic or a wooden and things like that. So you as a teacher, you can create your lesson plans using Google Teachable Machine also. So this is one fantastic advantage and example of what computer vision is all about. The second category, for that I would like to play a small game. But in case you provide something else, then also, yes, exactly, it can come up with anything else also. Grammarly is a very good example. Yeah, okay, that's great, you have already used it. Very good to know about it. Okay, chalo, let's go with हाँ, वैसे हिंदी में भी हम टाइप कर सकते हैं मैम, और we can have Hindi typing happening on Google Documents. And abhi to the punctuation marks are also very properly working if you announce it. Let's go to the next one, and for this I would like to go to the second category, which is called as natural language processing. And for natural language processing, the example that I would like to take is Cementris. I really love this. I think some of you might know about it. Cementris is a fantastic example of how AI thinks based on words. And for this, we would like to play a game. Let's go over here. I close Google Teachable Machine. I turn on the camera over here, and here we go. Cementris mein, let's play a game. Okay. Now I would like to request you. यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो कि there is a word. Type the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of hotel. So this is hotel, and I have to type it at the bottom. So you can put it on the chat right after hotel, like what comes to your mind. It could be anything. So hotel means probably rooms. Okay, reservation could have been better, but see, the moment these words match with each other, NLP, they actually bust like Candy Crush. They should be able to do it right now. Pool, comfort, relaxing. Yeah, you could have done that, but it's done. Yeah, I got 55 points. So on a similar fashion, we will have multiple words right now, and based on the words, you start suggesting me words. For example, lunch. Lunch ke liye, can I type food? Absolutely, food is a good example. And I've got 110. Now plant. Leaf. That's a good point, Mahalakshmi ma'am. That's great. Hair, black. Okay, that's great. Silky, yeah, could have been guitar, music. Okay, my score is getting increased. Pirate, ship. Okay, that's a great thing. Hamburger. Come on, teachers, hamburger. Can I write food? Okay, great. Taste could have been better. Pasta, let's go with taste. Okay, that's nice. Cat, pet. Okay, that's nice. Stove. A stove is fire. Okay, that's great. Again, I got a strict bonus. Hiking, mountains. That's great. Mail ke liye, what do we write? Internet? Mail? Okay, that's great. Okay, orange juice, fruit. Okay, again, cold, hot. Okay, lightning, should go with thunder. Okay, that's great. Okay, there are two words. Cola is drink. Honey, sugar. Dairy, milk. Exercise, health. Sky, blue. Okay, backpack, books. Amazing. Stomach, food. Strawberry, oh wow. Concrete, cement. Marathon, run. That's a good score so far. Lion, tiger. Lion, tiger, come on. Puzzle, jigsaw. Okay, stove, face, hand. Mining, farming. Okay. It was too fast. Oh, I couldn't go. Mining could have been coal. That's a good word. Charming. Okay. Oh wow, I'm there on the table at least. Okay, that's great. I can click on submit score and it's there on the top. So 2004 and 2345. Thank you for participating. I'm just turning off the music over here. Now, this particular game which we have seen over here is called as Cementris, and it's a perfect example of natural language processing. So the words get generated, and the best part is when you type a word, it is able to relate to that word. How does a computer relate to what you have typed? Okay, we understand computer vision, but this is way beyond, right? So I really appreciate the person who created this, and this is a fantastic platform to understand what NLP is all about, natural language processing. Let me quickly stop share the screen. Yeah, so I hope everybody got the clarity. That's it about AI, nothing else. This is all about AI and people are working on it. So computer vision is one category, NLP is another category, and based on these two categories, multiple things are getting generated. Absolutely. So now what happens is whenever we talk about programming language, so whatever we have done right now, Cementris, Google Teachable Machine, we try to use these platform to understand what AI is all about. And that's all we require right now. But there are people over there who create these platforms. And in order to create these platforms of artificial intelligence, you need the support of programming languages. And when you need the support of programming languages, you have new programming languages getting discovered every now and then. One major update is Python programming language as a programming language for computer teachers is has been found to be one of the best programming language to generate AI models. You can pull the library functions very easily, which is not possible in Java or JavaScript. And that's what people say. But however, Python has been found to be very useful, and it is the backend programming of a lot of softwares. You all might very well agree with me that यहाँ पे Shobha ma'am, Smita ma'am, Piali ma'am, everybody's YouTube is going to be different from each other. My YouTube page will be different. My Instagram page will be different. Why? Because based on the interest of my community or my way of searching information, the suggestions of the videos are different. Now, this suggestion of getting customized, completely personalized is very much possible through the backend program of Python. And that is why YouTube ka Python is the backend program. We have Instagram, Python is a major thing. There are multiple other languages also, which we need not get into right now. But in order to understand AI, I think these information are more than sufficient. Okay, how do we use this in the classroom is going to be the major question. Education perspectives. Earlier, there were multiple platforms like Teachable Machine, like Cementris, which can be directly used in a particular subject, depending on the way you want. But right now, few days back, that there was somebody called as Open AI. Open Akinator is also a very good example of NLP. You're right. Open AI as an organization came up as a revolutionary project, and they made something called as ChatGPT. Let me quickly show you what exactly I mean by it. And this is how it looks like. So ChatGPT is basically a transformer. What? What is a transformer? So transformer is the ability. Transformer basically converts one thing to another, right? So यहाँ पर ChatGPT is going to give you information. It's going to convert information. It's going to reproduce information based on the way you want. And you can have multiple babies of ChatGPT. Now, what do you mean by ChatGPT and the babies? Let me show you my screen, and then you'll get a lot of clarity about it. So basically, ChatGPT is generated pre-trained transformer. So pre-trained in the sense it is going to work on based on information that you give before. What does it mean? Let's quickly get onto it. I click on ChatGPT. This is how it gets opened up. Now, ChatGPT is basically a platform wherein you can chat with a robot. So here I have this ChatGPT, and say, for example, I would like to, talk to ChatGPT. I say that, hey, Chat GPT, very good morning. Welcome to the Super Sunday workshop. I am not writing workshop. Let's see. Good morning. Thank you for the warm welcome. I'm here to help and chat with you on this Super Sunday. How can I assist you today? So it's responding just like the way a school leader will respond or a teacher will respond to each other. Okay. Now, yahan par in this case, the moment you see this, you would have understood that there is a generation of chat. In case of Google, if I type the same thing, hey Google, very good morning, welcome to the Super Sunday, is it going to generate a chat out there? No, it is going to give me information related to multiple websites. Let me show you how it actually happens. So I click on this, I go over there, and I put it on Google, and you'll be able to say that, okay, I shouldn't have used ChatGPT. I should have used Hey Google. Let's see what happens. See, the moment I say, hey, Google, very good morning and all, you can see that hundreds of websites are coming as a suggestion, but we do not really know what exactly it is all about. But in case of GPT, you are able to see that, okay, where is it? Here, 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 here. Okay, it's able to generate a text based on the information that you've given. That is why it is called as, let me show you on the slides, generative pre-trained transformer. Now, why pre-trained? Every time whenever you give information to it, it is going to get trained itself, and then it is going to generate information. I'll show you how it actually works. We're going to spend some decent amount of time on this. So yahan par I'll go to the chat GPT over here, and I'm going to continue. So what am I going to do with this? It's asking, okay, how can I assist you today? So I would like to listen to a, or let me go with, read a simple joke on Bloom's taxonomy. I do not know. I'm just randomly typing it. Sure. Here's a light-hearted joke related to Bloom's taxonomy. Why did the student bring a ladder to the exam? Because they wanted to reach the highest level of Bloom's taxonomy, which is evaluating. Now comes the most interesting part. Why did we ask this question? We wanted to understand what exactly Bloom's taxonomy is. But the most important is, यहाँ पे you can very clearly see it is responding because they wanted to reach the highest level of Bloom's taxonomy, and it is mentioning evaluating. But actually, in case of cognitive domain of Bloom's taxonomy, it is not evaluating. The highest level is actually creating. It got changed. Earlier, it was the other way. So now here in this case, ChatGPT is wrong. Hence, the point here is, now what I'm going to say, hey, ChatGPT, you're wrong. You are wrong. The highest level is not evaluating. Let's see what it says. Apologies for the incorrect information. You are right. The highest level in Bloom's taxonomy is not evaluating. The revised Bloom's taxonomy places creating at the highest level. Thank you for pointing that out. If you have any more questions or need assistance with anything else, feel free to ask. Did you get the point? What we are trying to do? We just now proved ChatGPT wrong in the first go. Well, it is not a very big surprise, teachers. ChatGPT is going to become an expert, not just with one conversation. It is going to become expert with multiple conversations. So how to search on ChatGPT? Directly, I write a thing on ChatGPT. Please give me a lesson plan on linear equations in one variable. Whatever it is going to give, trust me, it's going to have multiple errors. So when you're using ChatGPT, where the chat is happening right now with an AI bot, it's literally a robot over there on the other side. Can somebody tell me what is the type of artificial intelligence that we are using over here? Is it computer vision? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Is it computer vision? No, exactly. It is natural language processing. Absolutely, absolutely. So here in this case, you all understood what AI is all about within the last 45 minutes, and that's more than enough. So यहाँ पर what we are supposed to do is, we are supposed to tell ChatGPT you're wrong multiple times, or else can you give me another joke on the same, another joke on the same. So what we are trying to do here is, we are not writing the whole thing again. We are not saying, can you give me another joke on Bloom's taxonomy? No, we are saying on the same. So here ChatGPT is able to remember what was typed before because it is there in the same chat. So whenever I click on new chat on the left corner, you are literally giving birth to new AI. Just like the way a newborn baby is present out there, you keep feeding information and it becomes intelligent in nature. Here you have got new chat as a newborn baby, and you keep giving information so that it becomes sharper and sharper and sharper. So you can categorize your chat GPT into multiple chats. One chat could be related to health. One chat related could be related to education. One chat could be related to transportation. It could be anything. So यहाँ पे there is another question. Why did the teacher always carry a plant in their classroom? Because they believed in cultivating higher order thinking skills through Bloom's taxonomy, one bloom at a time. This is nice, right? So, well, when you keep talking to it about Bloom's taxonomy and the jokes, it is able to completely understand, okay, this particular person is going to be a teacher. So this is one way of searching on ChatGPT. The moment you click on new chat on the top, you will have the top page, and you can keep your conversation light, and you can start it very light, and slowly, you can get into the details. The slower it is, the more the questions you are asking, the better and sharper ChatGPT actually becomes. This is one way of doing. The second way of doing is crying, not crying, trying to create multiple departments like education ka separate chat. You can see that school leadership training plan, I have a separate chat. CPD completion certificate, I have a separate chat. You can see that skill modules for middle school, I have a separate chat. Ray diagrams for lenses, I have separate chat. So all these are different chats, and whenever I want to get into, for example, I want to get into school leadership plan, I can click on that and I can develop my program on that. So here in this case on ChatGPT, development of an activity can happen. However, having said that, as a teacher, when you're adopting this or using this, you should have a basic level of expertise in that particular area. Make sure that whatever it is typing is cross verified at multiple places. In fact, I'll also tell you something even more interesting. ChatGPT came up with, or OpenAI as an organization in collaboration with Microsoft, came up with ChatGPT plus, or ChatGPT plus 4, the next version, which is of a certain cost. And there what they say, the number of errors are comparatively lesser. Here the number of errors are more. It could be the case that the company will deliberately put multiple errors over here so that people are forced to buy the premium version. Could be. So the point here is, whenever you're using any AI tool for that matter, make sure whatever is getting generated out of this is correct or not. Another important information with respect to ChatGPT is, whenever there is an information generated out of ChatGPT or any AI program, there are other AI programs that are erupting in nature where it can identify if it is AI generated or if it's a natural work. That is another fantastic development, which I'm not touching in this particular session. We can have it for the CPD training program in detail. However, ChatGPT can really do a great job if you search information in the right manner after a certain duration of time. It is not like you boarded the school bus and immediately wanted to send lesson plan in another 5 minutes. You do something and you send. It can be done. It is more like jugaad kind of a thing, but that is not suggested. Finally, one more important information. The moment I click on new chat, now, in order to get the exact result from ChatGPT, there is something called as prompt engineering. Now, prompt engineering is altogether a different field of AI where you try to, let me give you quick understanding. Suppose your baby is, newly born and it is just about to crawl. What do you do when it is falling on its stomach? It is going to try to lift its head for the first time. All the parents out there, you might understand this. So when it is able to lift its head, you are becoming very happy, and the baby tries to come forward. But in order to make the baby come forward a little more, the parents do not help it by pulling it forward. You literally show some kind of a toy in your hand and you say that this is the toy, come and catch this, come and catch this. Or you yourself go over there, come and catch papa, come and catch mama. This is nothing less than prompt that you're giving to the child. Come to me. This is exactly that we're supposed to do to a chat as well. Now, here in this case, this new chat, which is literally another baby over here, we're going to tell the baby that, hey, baby. No, you're not going to type that. You're going to say that, hey, chat GPT, assume yourself to be a teacher of a CBSE school in India, especially from, say, north part of the country. I'm just, saying that. I'm trying to be as specific as possible. I, click on this. Now, what is it saying? Hello, as an AI model, I can certainly assist you as a virtual teacher for a CBSE school in the northern part of India. How can I help you with the role as a teacher? My baby just now became a teacher of a CBSE school in the northern part of the country. Are you able to understand? So the baby became a person right now. Now, when you ask a question, please give me a lesson plan for the chapter of light to be completed in 40 minutes. Okay, this should now, as a teacher is already present, it should automatically give the assessment also. Let us see if it is happening. Sure, here's a sample. Subject is science. CBSE mentioned grade. Oh, they have not mentioned the grade. Topic is light. So I could have been even more. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to. So they have written students will be able to define, explain, and describe. Okay. Materials needed, lesson plan, introduction 5 minutes, reflection 15 minutes. I've got everything. Conclusion and recap. That's it. That's great. But no assessment. Assessment यहाँ पे नहीं दिया इन्होंने. That's great. So what I'm going to do is do not be happy with this particular lesson plan. No, don't get happy. Now what you're going to do is this is good. You're going to type it again. This is good. But I would want you to use the Bloom's taxonomy verbs in the learning objective and address it directly to the students. I also would like to have the assessments part of the lesson plan. Did you understand how specific I'm getting? The moment I get into specific, so now you can see that by the end of the lesson, you will be able to, rather than students will be able to, now it has become you will be able to define Bloom's taxonomy, classify Bloom's taxonomy, demonstrate, analyze, create. Do you see that? So if at all you want to have the perspective of Bloom's taxonomy, mention that again, and then it will become even more serious about it. And the lesson plan is getting generated. And they also have the assessment. C part is assessment, and they have given what kind of assessment could be done. Yeah, again, they have worksheets and model. This is great. Could you make the whole thing little more creative and activity oriented? That's it. Now, whatever I'm going to get as of now could be one of the best lesson plans for the chapter of light. I did not mention the grade actually, and this becomes even more, interesting. So whatever we have done so far, teachers, is called as prompting. The child who was recently born 2 to 3 minutes back has become an interesting teacher, and the teacher is also learning with you based on your instructions. What exactly the person is intending to do. And this is prompt engineering ke liye. There are multiple organizations out there who have separate classes at a huge cost. So basically prompt engineering is not a big deal at all. It's all about the way you talk to AI. Just imagine there is a new baby in front of you. How would you talk to a new baby? And this baby can be really fast in learning. Think like that and start giving instruction to AI, ChatGPT, and you'll get a fantastic insight about everything that you want. You can ask for links of presentation. You can even ask the code. Now, suppose यहाँ पे तो lesson plan हो गया, Bloom's taxonomy हो गया. I don't really want to get into this chat. I would like to have coding please done, coding done. So I'll open a new chat. Why? Because coding is different subject altogether. I want to have a scratch code to add two numbers. Now, when I do this, this is how it gets started. This is how it gets started, and it is giving me the complete instructions on Scratch programming language, but it is all about algorithm. I don't want the algorithm. I want the actual code. So I'm going to say that this is good, but I want the actual code. Now it's going to generate the actual code. I apologize for the confusion. And again, it is giving me the exact code when green flag is clicked. All these things one by one, it keeps happening. By following these steps and arranging the blocks accordingly, you'll be able to create a Scratch project. That's it. That's it. That's it. So this is with respect to ChatGPT, and you keep talking to it. It is like, another thing coming in between. So there's going to be a time in future. I'm stopping the screen for a few seconds, and then we'll close this. There's going to be a time in future for sure. You might have two biological babies and you might have thousands of AI babies. This is very weird to talk. I hope you understand. But the point is, this is quite possible. And these AI programs, these robots who are going to be there with us, they can, it's going to be quite beneficial. It's going to be quite futuristic in nature. We'll close the session with one last speech by, Narayan Murthy sir, actually. He is one of the pioneers in the development of IT sector in India, Infosys founder, basically. Let me share my screen and let us understand what he actually speaks about all these things. I'm going to share my screen. It's a YouTube short, basically. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I hope everybody's able to see the screen. What's
Coders fear losing jobs because of ChatGPT.
No, it will never happen. We know in 1977, 78, there was a thing called program generators. Everybody said the youngsters will lose all the jobs. It didn't happen. You know why? Because of a very important reason, and that is the human mind is the most flexible instrument. It can adapt very well. And all that happened was people started solving bigger and bigger problems, which these program generators could not handle. So ChatGPT is a good one. We should welcome it. However, we use ChatGPT as the base and then show our creativity, show our smartness, and show our innovation.
So would you call this
That was very interesting of a tech leader to speak about it. Like, you cannot avoid it, so let's welcome it, and let's welcome it in the positive manner, and let's see what new problems comes into picture, and we are definitely going to get adapted. One highlight of artificial intelligence and human being is AI will never get the opportunity to appreciate something, but human beings can always appreciate the joy of holding the biological baby for the first time, and not the AI baby, the joy of waking up early in the morning and enjoying the sunrise and the chill breeze. This cannot happen by AI. Anyways, human beings will be human beings. ChatGPT will still be a ChatGPT. It was great interacting with you on another Super Sunday workshop with all of you teachers. We keep conducting Super Teacher CPD programs, continuous professional development programs. If anyone out there would like to participate, please fill up the inquiry form. We can have great discussion over there, and we can have school-wise training program also being conducted. Thank you so much. Great interacting on another Super Sunday. I would like to meet you again in the next Sunday with new topic coming over here. Take care. Bye, everyone. Happy weekend to everyone. You're all enjoying the summer vacation. Most of you, at least. Some of you are just about to start. Course workshop on. Yes, we have Dorothy, ma'am. We do have. Yeah. Thank you so much, Fatima, ma'am. Please fill up the inquiry form if you have any questions. You will be receiving a certificate for this as well. Teachers, some of you are not receiving the certificates. If you're not, please mail it to us. Please go to the website, Super Teacher. You will be able to see the multiple mail IDs are there. connect@superteacher.in is there. Swati@superteacher.in is there. Please write a mail that I'm not receiving the certificate. 90% of you are actually receiving. Some of you are actually not receiving. So I would request you to, if at all you're not receiving, you deserve the certificate. You're spending 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock on the most precious part of your life, Sunday. So make sure you are getting benefited with the certificates, and I'll definitely do that. The inquiry form is coming on the chat, and yeah, happy Mother's Day to one and all the people out there. Yeah, even I'm a mother right now by giving birth to few AI babies, but I get the point. Thank you so much, teachers. You can fill up the inquiry form. My phone number also, I would like to put it over there. Some of you are asking about it. So my phone number is 9790941568. It's coming on the chat. If at all there is any query, you can directly contact me. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Vibha ma'am. Vibha ma'am, you've been regular. Good to see you over here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, teachers. It was great interacting with one and all. If at all there is any query, please put it on the chat form, inquiry form. If somebody, okay. I hope everybody got an idea on AI. If not, if you would like to have a dedicated workshop for your school, do let me know. I will be in touch with you. Thank you, Nina ma'am. Every Sunday, remember to join the sessions. Every Sunday for the next 2 to 3 years, that itself will give you a lot of insights, more than what you studied in B.Ed for sure, because this is going to be relevant to current scenario. Yeah. Okay, that's great. Some of you were part of the session, some of you are not. YouTube mein jo bhi hai, thank you so much, teachers, for participating. Some of you could not join Zoom, but I hope you got to know the session. It will be there on YouTube forever. Requesting everybody to please subscribe the channel, so that YouTube channel, so that you get the updates of the new ones. Thank you. Please be part of the Telegram group, where we regularly put the information about Super Sunday workshop and other important updates whenever it comes, so that you don't miss out on anything. Thank you so much. Thank you, Meenakshi ma'am, means a lot. Lina ma'am, thank you. Great. Thank you, Sulbha ma'am. Thank you. ChatGPT 4 is anytime better. It has got a lot of other advantages, Shubhamoy Paul. But yeah, right now I did not talk about ChatGPT 4 because we cannot use it as it is of a certain cost. I'll try to use it and then come back with a session on that. But as of now, 3 is more than sufficient for our Indian context as of now, whatever work we do. So it's enough as of now. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Sulbha ma'am, you can please put it. Yes, thank you, Karishma ma'am. Means a lot. Rumpi ma'am, thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely, we could do it. Can we create groups in ChatGPT? No, I don't think so possible. Maybe on GPT-4, but that's a good idea. I don't think so if it's possible or not. I'll look into it. Thank you, Mamta ma'am. Thank you, Prapurna ma'am. Great. Thank you, Sashi ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, Preeta ma'am. Great interacting with one and all. Sure, Amita ma'am will come up with multiple examples. Yeah, yes, ma'am. You can have multiple heads in window. Yeah. So those are individual groups. It'll always be there. No groups, baby will get confused. No, there are multiple babies, basically. That's what I mean to say. Yes, Ritika ma'am, that's a good question. Okay. Try to message me on WhatsApp. I'll respond to you with some links. Right. Okay. Fill up the inquiry form that's coming on the chat. It'll be easy for us to give you the certificates. Ranjan sir, thank you. Chalo, let's close for the day and meet again with another Super Sunday workshop. Attendance link, inquiry form is coming on the chat. Great interacting with one and all. Looking out for a CPD program, do let me know, and even school leadership program. I'll come back again and meet you all on another Sunday. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Happy weekend. Happy Mother's Day.